friends, it's Megan and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 15 of Vlogmas. Today I was planning to do a Harry Potter kind of themed vlog where we made Harry Potter themed snacks and watched the Harry Potter films, but that didn't end up working out. So I am going to do the Unpopular Opinions book tag. I think I've done this one, maybe I have, but regardless, let's just get right on into it. So there are 9 questions and I don't particularly remember who started this, but I will definitely tag them down below. The first question is, what popular series did you not like that everyone else seemed to really love? And that is the Vicious series for me from V.E. Schwab. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not my favorite work by her or just in general. Not my vibe. It's written really well, but it's just not something that I'm drawn to particularly. However, one of my most anticipated books of next year is Vengeful, so I guess I'm a little bit wishy-washy on that answer. So my second answer would be The Cruel Prince. And same with that one, I have only read the first book, so I can't really say for sure if I don't like it, but it's still not something I'm horribly drawn to. But Queen of Nothing was one of my most anticipated reads of this year, so I just don't know what I'm talking about, essentially. The second question is, what book did most people not like that you did like? I've only read the first book in this series, but everyone seemed to really dislike this first book. I'm not sure why, but Three Dark Crowns was really good. It was one of my favorite reads of the year, and I really enjoyed the story between the 3 sisters and everything. So, coming in, Sherman? So that would be my answer for that one. And I've got a little sidekick hanging out in the background here. The third question is, what is a love triangle that started and you believe that they ended up with the wrong person? And I've got a couple for this one. So I'm going to talk about The Hunger Games, Harry Potter. Hi! I got a visitor. So if you've not read The Hunger Games or Harry Potter, don't pay attention to this question. I'll just hold up a piece of paper while I talk about this, so don't mute it until you see this paper down. So in The Hunger Games, I truly believe that Katniss ended up with the wrong person. I don't think that she should have ended up with Peeta, but I also don't think that she should have ended up with Gale. I did not like either of her options. She was best by herself, honestly. So that's my discrepancy with that love triangle. And then the one in Harry Potter, it's not an actual love triangle because it was never in the books. Hermione and Ron, I did not like them as a couple, and Sherman, I did not like them as a couple, and I also would never want her with Harry. I love Harry and Ginny together. I think they're perfect together, but I kind of loved Hermione and Crumb, as weird as that sounds, but I don't know. I just don't think she should have been with Ron. The next question is, what is a popular genre that you don't really reach for? And for me, that would be young adult contemporary romance. I've been reading quite a few lately, but typically that's not something I gravitate towards. Next is, what popular character or beloved character do you just dislike? And this is probably gonna get me some flack, but I do not like Snape. Even after all of the books and everything's been revealed, I do not like Snape. I think he was awful to Harry and he had no reason to be, and I just did not like him. And Alan Rickman is a wonderful human being and I love Alan Rickman, but Snape as a character is just an awful human being, so yeah. Number 6 is, what is a popular author you can't get into? And I don't know if I can't get into this author, but I've never read any of their work and I haven't had a huge desire to pick up their work. But Rainbow Rowell, I don't know, I'm just not really I want to read Fangirl and that series, but I just haven't picked up anything yet, so I don't know if it's I can't get into it or I'm just meh. Number 7 is, what is a popular trope that you are tired of seeing? And this goes along with one of the other questions. I hate seeing love triangles. I think they're cheesy, I think they're tacky, I think they really take away from a book, and I do not like them. Number 8 is, what popular series is out there with like a lot of hype that you just have no interest in picking up? And I have a few. They've been popular in the past. I don't know if they're like really popular now per se, but I have no interest in the Twilight series, anything. I have no interest in Vampire Diaries, and I have no interest in the 50 Shades of Grey series. Like, none of those pique my interest in the slightest, so yeah. And then the last question is, there's so many adaptations out there, but what is your favorite like book to movie adaptation? Which one do you think that the movie actually did better than the book? And for me, that would be To All the Boys I Loved Before. The book is incredible, but I just think that the movie did a lot of justice to Lara Jean and the other characters. I just thought it was really good. I also started with the movie and then read the book, so I think that's why I'm tied to the movie a little bit more. And I'm so excited for P.S. I Still Love You to come out in February. So that was today's kind of video. Sorry, the lighting sucks in here. I did want to update you on where I'm at with my reading. I finished With the Fire on High for my weekly goal with the Magical Readathon. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. It wasn't my favorite, but it was really, really good. And then Our in High School Host Club, I also finished. I gave this one 3 stars because it's sliding back into a bunch of short stories instead of one continuous story when I was enjoying it. And then I did pick up The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm now on page 154, and it's pretty good so far. I really enjoy the cover most of all, honestly, and the story's a little hard to follow just because the times keep jumping back and forth from when she's like 16 to 13 to 16 to 12 to 16 to 11 to 16 to 13 to 16 to 12, and it's just like all over the place, and you try to keep up with where she's at, and sometimes when it like switches back to present day, I forget they're in present day and I get really confused, so it's just a little bit hard to follow, but the story overall is pretty good, I guess. Yeah. So because I'm up at Anthony's, I do not have my advent calendar, so I will do a double advent calendar tomorrow when I get back home. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will check in with you in tomorrow's video. Bye, friends!